Subjectivity and objectivity always seem to be at odds with each other, kind of like good versus evil, hot and cold, intelligence and stupidity. Now this isn't actually the case, as there are instances where something is subjectively good and objectively amazing, which isn't necessarily the case with Classroom of the Elite. So let's talk about the subjective aspects of it. First up, I really enjoyed season 1. Maybe it's because I really loved it back in high school, but I still enjoyed it again. Now season 2 wasn't as good as I expected it, which is compared to season 1. Maybe it's because there was more of an emphasis on building characters and establishing stakes, and sure, it felt like a waste of time, but it was still worthwhile. And season 3 builds upon this, going at everything with the exact same pace and approach. Then there's season 4. The quality here drops significantly, and to be honest, I was actually looking forward to the direction of the plot, though I'm not really a fan of the way the plot is approached. And season 4 so far shines a bright light on the show's flaws, objectively speaking that is, but subjectively the show isn't bad and it's a good 5 out of 10. Season 1 is obviously the better one, with the following ones on a steady decline, and I plan to finish the series and see where it goes. Honestly, it's not that bad. And now let's talk about it objectively. Objectively speaking, the show is a solid 3 out of 10, and that is because of 3 reasons. Reason number 1, it's an anime. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There are rules every writer has to follow to write a good story, but not every medium will accommodate every rule so easily. For example, emotions. In movies, characters are expected to hide their thoughts, and it's up to us, the audience, to pick up on their emotions and think and wonder what they feel.
I buried my mama yesterday, Stack. Figured I might see you and Smoke there as much as she looked after you both. But I guess y'all love lasted as long as y'all could get something out of her.
You right. That's all she was. Food, warm bed.
Rotten hell, Stack.
Shit, I will. Save your trifling ass a room. Shit, right next to me.
How a character hides his feelings tells us who he is. No one tries to cry in life. You try not to. Only bad actors try to cry. Only bad actors try.
But you can't do that with anime, as that would cost time and money. And the solution anime writers came up with to solve this is their anime characters directly telling us their thoughts, feelings, damn near their whole backstory, which goes against writing 101, which is to show and not tell. And also, anime is heavily saturated with tropes, which takes away a lot of seriousness. And this applies to almost all, if not every anime. I might make a video detailing this in the future, but for now, let's just say that Classroom of the Elite's writing is held back heavily because it's an anime. If it were like a movie or show, it would have been so much better. Now, you might argue that some of the tropes that it plays into is actually the point, but come on, be serious, my guy. And then there's reason number 2, what type of anime it is. Now, writing a story about good versus evil, where the characters face off against an enemy, has arguably simpler problems as opposed to a slice of life about the high school lives of geniuses. And these problems have to be tackled creatively, otherwise the whole thing falls apart. And Classroom of the Elite is that. And it doesn't handle this creatively at all. Which then brings us to reason number 3, the whole approach, or just the quality of writing, which could have been number 1 or 2, but I feel like it needed its own category. So, reason number 3, the overall writing. If you look past the tropes, the cringe and the bad writing, you will notice that the show actually has good ideas. And not just that, but interesting plots as well. And it is apparent that a lot of research and work was done for the show, except the most important one, which is the writing. The show, despite having good concepts, doesn't know how to make them flow naturally, and the execution of those ideas is damn near garbage. What is supposed to be a smart plan and characters just thinking or being creative comes across as the show pulling shit out of their asses. I mean, plot contrivances, where the only way to solve a problem creatively or in a smart way is this overly convoluted way, which is just nonsense. And because of this, the show is a good 3 out of 10. Now, I know the writers meant well, but they just didn't think it through. But anyway, I'll end the video here because I saw a lot of criticism online and I want to weigh in. So I want to do more research, hopefully bring new insights. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the video on Saturday. So this one has to be short and well, That's all,
That's
folks.
all, folks.
If someone has to say that
Is he allowed to
legally,
say that? Legally?